And this is definitely giving funky art teacher, I fear. Can I use all this yarn in 24 hours? We're gonna find out. This is my scrap yarn bucket, and yes, sometimes I do consider chunks this big scrap yarn. It's like if I have no intention of using it in another project, it's scrap yarn in my mind. We have all kinds of textures, and the best way to get rid of a bunch of thicknesses and textures and a lot of yarn is to do fringe. And if you know me, you know it's gonna be a skirt. It's always a skirt with me, isn't it? I already went ahead and made the skirt. It's ugly, but obviously it's gonna be covered in fringe, so that doesn't matter. And if you're like, hey, you already made the skirt, that's cheating. It's not. I used yarn that I did not get from this basket, okay? It was from another stash. And if anything, I actually created more of a problem for myself because I created more scrap yarn using that blue. Anyway, the time starts now. I don't think I can get rid of this in 24 hours, but let's try. Hi friends, welcome to Funshine Fab Crochet. I am Kelsey. We're getting rid of scrap yarn. I have a mini skirt project I've already made that is fringe, but I did chunks of fringe on that one. So I would do like, I guess a 3x3 bunch of squares, and I would put the same color in all 9 of those, if that makes sense. This time I want to do true random. I'm not sure how this will look, but we're gonna find out together. If you want to make something that is covered in fringe like this, start at the bottom. Always start at the bottom. I've always started at the bottom, but I made the mistake one time of not making it thick enough throughout. So I had to go back and add more, and it was such a nightmare to have to like scoop fringe out of the way to add more underneath. This kind of yarn, they used to sell this at the Dollar Tree, and I bought a bunch of it. Although I'm pretty sure somebody gave me this stuff, but I bought a bunch of it years ago and then realized that it is really difficult to crochet with. And then when I realized I had a bunch of it, I was like, you know what? I like the texture. I think we should add it to a skirt, a fringe skirt. Oh, also a new crochet corner just dropped back here. Huh? I'm testing out the furniture stitch. So what do we think? Does it look better? A big part of me originally wanted to make this skirt midi length, but I remembered how heavy my mini skirt is that's covered in fringe. And I was like, okay, I don't want it to be super heavy, I guess. Especially since it's hot and beautiful and sunny and wonderful outside. But yeah, if you have a bunch of yarn that's different weights, thicknesses, textures, and you're like, what am I gonna do with this? Fringe. It takes forever, but fringe. Also, when you wash it, delicate cycle. Put it in a delicates bag too, if you can, if you have one. I usually just loop my fringe on there, like pull it through itself, you know, if that makes sense. I'm tying it on this time, just to see if that makes it a little more sturdy. You could say this skirt is a little bit of a guinea pig. She's a little test subject. Oh, and one more little bit of advicey-wicey. If you're gonna make a skirt or a dress, anything, make it shorter than you think it needs to be because the fringe weighs it down and makes it longer than you think it will be. You know, when you think about it, this really isn't even a crochet video, right? This is a fringe video. Okay, she's crafty. She doesn't just crochet, okay? She's a crafter. I think this skull over here actually has some fringe potential too. That's where I keep my really short scraps. Not like the mini ones. I kind of keep those in this bowl. I'm a scrap queen, okay? I don't be throwing away anything. They're just so useful. The super short ones I use to make picture frames like this. And sometimes I use them to stuff plushies as well. Also, my scissors are nice and dull. Makes it real easy. I think I'm currently wearing the last stash buster I did. The yarns I used to make this dress were like the bottom of the barrel of my stash because they were like the ugliest yarns ever. So I was like, I'm gonna use those all together on one big ugly project. And that's what I did. I don't know, 10 different color changing yarns that do not look good together. They wouldn't have looked good by themselves either, but when it all got together, I was like, okay, she's kind of quirky and cute. I actually kind of vibe with this. Oh, also, this is a great way to get rid of rough yarns. I don't know about you, but if a yarn is too rough, like if it feels like rope, like this green yarn does, I can't use it. It makes my hands raw. Here is just over 1 hour worth of work. Don't worry, I'm gonna trim all this fringe in the end so it is even. I didn't listen to my own advice, and seeing this now, it's already longer than I anticipated. So this skirt might actually end up midi length after all. I prefer it to be midi length for a million different reasons, mainly because you're just so much more free in a midi, you know? Sit comfortable, you know? Don't have to cross my legs. I can run and play and dig. I've been watching Unsolved Mysteries every day. It's got me feeling mysterious. Also, one rule I forgot to mention in the beginning, oopsie, is I don't want this skirt to have black yarn. So if I come across black yarn in my basket, I probably will not use it. Woohoo! I think it's time for a lunch break. Here is about 2 hours worth of work. I'll go ahead and tell you, it looks like we got a lot done that round, but in reality, I took like a 15-minute hiatus to eat, but I'm obsessed with the way it looks. She's funky. We have 3 rows finished and we just started on the 4th. You know, I say that, but now I see some spots that are not finished on the 3rd row. Who knows? It's about using the yarn, you know? I drank my coconut water too fast and now I have a little tummy ache, nothing serious. Everybody knows baddies get chronic tummy aches, so I think these crazy texture ones that are thick, they're almost like an acrylic ribbon, or maybe all ribbon is acrylic. I don't know. They're like a ribbon shape and texture. I think they're my favorites on a project like this because they just add the weirdest texture. Okay, it's day 2. I fear we only have like 3.5 hours left. Uh-oh. But I did get a good portion of the skirt finished last night, but I didn't want to add too much without you, so I cut a bunch of fringe to prep, and then we're gonna add it together. Okay, don't make fun of me. I fear I bit off more than I can chew, because why does it look like we've barely made a dent at all? Maybe now the challenge is get rid of as much yarn from this basket as possible. But we're still gonna go hard. Okay, I'm not gonna accept defeat that easily. I should have known this challenge was gonna be next to impossible because adding fringe just takes so long. I should have given myself 48 hours. That seems much more achievable. Next time we'll know. Also, sorry if the camera shifted from yesterday to today. I'm still figuring out the camera angle with this new setup. Imagine if I was a professional, you know? I will tell you though, the skirt is turning out way cuter than I anticipated. I'm obsessed with all the different textures. I've probably mentioned this 100 times, but my goal is always funky art teacher. That's how I want to dress. I haven't tried this skirt on yet because, like I said, the fringe is gonna weigh it down. I don't know exactly how long it's gonna be yet, but there is a chance it's gonna be like just a teeny bit too short and I'm gonna need to add another row to the bottom. Maybe we could use half the basket of yarn, question mark? Even though we've used some really rough yarns on this skirt, the soft ones really override everything. The skirt feels soft. I have no idea if tying this fringe is making it sturdier than just pulling it through itself, but we'll find out after I wash it a couple times. So cute. And you know, it's not too heavy. I'm not sure exactly how much time we have left because I don't have a clock in here. Crazy, I know. Also, my neighbor's mowing, so I apologize for the racket. We only have 2 rows left. The top row is super easy to do, so I'm actually gonna work on them at the same time. I need a hook to get into the topmost row, like against the waistband, because it's so skinny up there. I make the fringe a little bit thicker too at the top, not the top row, but the next one down, because I don't want it to be see-through. I have a much better frame of reference for next time about how quickly I can get rid of yarn. The neighbor's done mowing. Sorry about that. I just could not talk over the mower. And I have to leave my door open so you can see me with the light. Imagine not being able to see all this. Devastating. I just have a little bit of fringe left to add, and I did go ahead and make the drawstring without you. Isn't it cute? About once a year, I'll do a big fringe project, and every time, halfway through, I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I sign up to do this? While I'm thinking about it though, you should consider subscribing. I post at least one video a week. This week it's been 2 videos though. Not to toot my own horn, but you should leave me a comment if you have any ideas for future videos, because I'm always open to ideas. I'm pretty sure we're gonna finish this skirt with like 30 minutes to spare, but what does it matter when I did not complete the challenge? Who cares about the time, right? I already know what shirt I'm gonna wear with this skirt because it's like solid yellow. And the reason I would wear it with this skirt is because there's basically no yellow in the skirt. I realized I had no scrap yellow, I guess. No stash yellow. I keep calling this my scrap bucket, but really it was more like a stash bucket. Maybe I should not have pre-cut all this fringe because now I'm kind of gonna be left with some fringe and nothing to attach it to, because I am not starting another fringe project. I'll just go ahead and tell you. My little baby scrap pile of my like teeny tiny inch-ish long scraps is so full now because of this. These fringe strips where they're like purple and silver are giving me like mystic, fortune teller type vibes. And that's also, I think, with this skirt and all my rings and maybe some silver jewelry, I will look like a tarot card reader or like a fortune teller. One time many years ago with my friend back in the day, she went to see a, I guess, fortune teller or like a psychic, I don't know. And when we got to the woman's house and we knocked on the door, we could see her back through the window on the door, and she like jumped. And I looked at my friend and I was like, we should leave. She's a psychic and she didn't know you were coming. Come on. Also, everybody I've ever known who's gone to a psychic was fed like the biggest lies and misinformation of all time. It's almost like they're not real. Well, I'm not gonna say that because I don't know, but I'm open-minded, I guess, to the idea, but it seems like a lot of these psychics are fake psychics. And maybe they're giving real psychics a bad name. Like one of my friends went to a psychic probably like 6-ish years ago. And the woman was like, in the next 3 years, you're gonna have 2 daughters, you're gonna get married, all this stuff. And she was like kind of buying it, I think. To be a fortune teller, I guess you have to be convincing and like charismatic. So I could see why, you know, she may have bought into it. I think she was kind of taking it with a grain of salt though. I don't think it was, you know, set in stone for her. But here she is today, not married, has a son. And it's like, I think that woman was lying upon reflection. Okay, but what do I know? I've always kind of wanted to go to a like psychic or a fortune teller. I don't even know what they're called. Or like a tarot card reader, just to see what they say. You know what I mean? Like maybe sit down and just be honest. Like, hey, I don't believe in this, but convince me. Or like the people that read your palm. But it's also kind of like a waste of money, right? I don't know how much it costs, but it seems like I could just give any random person on the street $60 and be like, what do you see in my future? I did have a friend in high school who apparently his mom had been using a Ouija board with her friends for a long time, and they all started seeing the same like scary visions. Apparently she went into a like psychic or whatever. The psychic immediately was like, you have a demon following you. I'm gonna spin her and check, but I think I have gotten every single loop filled in with yarn. Oh, I lied right to you. I missed one. Okay, where's the front of the skirt? That's the front. Okay, let's try her on. Oh, wait, but first, let's see how much we used. I did notice towards the bottom of the basket that a lot of the yarn was like white and cream colored, and it's like I used all the like pretty colorful colors and a little bit of the like creams, but there's just nothing I could have done with all this white and cream yarn. I should have like better assessed before I started this video. Like this one, we used almost this entire skein. We used a lot of this. I'm surprised there's some left. I feel like we used like maybe 1/5 of the basket. Okay, I'm ashamed. I don't like to lose. That is crazy. That's shocking and disappointing. Maybe it was like stacked taller up here than I remember, but I don't know. This is kind of shameful. Dumb. Oh well, okay, now let's try the skirt on. And here she is in all her glory. Is the sunlight too harsh? It's harsh on my eyeballs right now. And you know, every time I'm out here with a microphone, I always wonder if my neighbors think I'm crazy. I did try it on and then realized that it was just a smidge too short. So I did go and add another row and then add fringe to it without you. Not only did I not use all my yarn in 24 hours, as was the challenge, I also did not even finish the skirt in 24 hours, technically. So what's it all even for, you know? Who even am I, really? I would normally wear shorts under this, but I didn't put any on. So if I flash you, I flash you. You know, it is what it is. But what do you think? I do think it's giving fun art teacher. Okay, wouldn't you learn some art from me in this? I also think if you gave me a crystal ball and a lot more silver jewelry that I could tell you your future. And I also like that look. I don't regret a single yarn that I used on this. And I say this every time I finish a new project, but I do indeed think this is my new favorite finished object of all time. So basically, no more fringe projects for a while because I kind of hate it. I love the results. I hate the process. There is a lizard over here going crazy. I'm very, very, very glad this did end up being midi length instead of mini. I just think it brings a midi vibe to the table. Again, sorry for the harsh sunlight. So in conclusion, did we use all the yarn? No. Okay, we didn't. But did we make my new favorite skirt of all time? Yes, we did. Challenge schmallenge, you know? Regardless of failing the challenge, I appreciate you watching this video. I especially appreciate you watching all the way to the end. It means the world to me, for real. I guess I will see you guys soon in the next video. Bye!